Bonjour, everyone. Hi, this is Neshi Lokotz. Welcome to Star Nation's organization's main fan page here at Facebook, where I do a daily live stream based on the card draw for the day. And today is Wednesday, Wednesday, December 5th. And in the afternoon, 2 p.m. Central Time. And we have kind of a mild day here, overcast, but it's actually pretty nice out. I just spent about a half hour, 45 minutes outside with George just before we came up here. And I was hoping he's going to sleep, but he's playing underneath the table right now. We had a long talk, George and I. I was explaining to him that he wanted a job, right? And so this is part of his job, is to come up here with me and to help us, to hold energy, to usually sits on, well, he was sitting under my chair. He's too big to do that now, but underneath the table, and that's his job. And so, well, he's underneath the table. I don't know how long he's going to be there because he wants to play. So you might hear him in the background, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. And so, welcome. And for those that are in the chat, I appreciate your being with me. And those who will be watching the recorded video, thank you for being with me. And I've got my phone right now. George, shh, quietly. I know, kind of loud. Hey, Julie's here. Julie Shumway Hill's here. Yeah, he wants my attention really bad. Hey, Julie, I'm so glad you're here with us today, this afternoon. George and I doing this live stream. Yeah, I was just going to say, I have my phone out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find our live stream. Here we go. I'm going to like it, and I'm going to share. And the reason why we do that is so that others can find us much easier. So I'm at my news feed, so I'm just going to let my friends know I'm live streaming. And please join me. You know, it'd help if I could spell. Those little keys. And there we go. And we're going to get that posted. Got to change that to my newsfeed. There we go. And I'm going to share it over to the Academy page, I believe. Hey, Julie, thank you so much. She says, done and done. Thank you. I appreciate that. And so does the person that says, hey, what did Julie just share, right? And so I'm going to send it over to the closed group too, one of them. And asking them to join me. Can you hear George in the background? I gave him his Kong with some of his dog food in it. And you can hear it going across the floor, like when beads spill. Have you ever done that? I have on more than one occasion. Yeah, that'll keep him busy for a little bit. Yeah. So thank you, Julie. She said she shared. I appreciate that. We're right in the middle of the week, you know, and I have to say that it's been a busy week. We're right in the middle of the publication of the December issue of Star Nations magazine. I just got the near done PDF. We have to do another round of edits, which is going to happen today. And I also got a message from one of the other elves, Elm. I call them my elves. That the text version that you can read on your phone, on your Android phone or on your iPhone, that is ready to go. So I need to sit down and optimize that one. And optimization means that all the links are ready to go, all the videos work, crossing the fingers. And so to get all those links inserted, and also to do some tagging and SEO kind of stuff with that. So that's my afternoon and evening work after Polly Joe's show tonight. So Yeah, I think you guys are going to like the December issue. I love our cover, and if I could show it to you right now, I would. But I don't have it uploaded to show the pictures. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow for you guys, okay? Give you a sneak peek at the cover. And I was given a really good idea for the magazine and the cover. Is to create two covers and put it out to the Star Nations community to take a vote to help us select the upcoming month's cover. And so I think we're going to give that a try. I think it would be fun and to see what you guys really like. And so look for that probably in January or February. It takes a little bit to get that lined up, you know. Hey, Christine's in the house. Hello, Christine, one of my sisters. So good to have you here. Always good to see my sisters in the house. And Jackie just joined us. Hey, Jackie, I'm so glad you're here. Good to know you're out there in the chat. And so I'm working on a magazine along with a lot of other stuff. I also had a client this morning. And I don't do much client work anymore. It's kind of a toss up between client work and teaching. But I had a client this morning. It's actually somebody who studied with me years ago, and she wanted to have a chat, and talking about, the direction of her life and that kind of thing. And so it was nice to sit with her with a cup of tea and listen to her story about the last 8 years or so. It was the last time I saw her. And so it was nice to catch up. But more importantly, it helped me to understand some of the cards that we've gotten over the last week or two. A lot of the cards have talked about our heart's desire, right? A lot of it has talked about our gifts and using our gifts. George. And using our gifts, right? And healing, a lot of healing stuff too. And my visit with my friend this afternoon, or this earlier today, mid-morning, I guess it was, kind of put it in perspective for me. And wait till you see the cards that came today, because it certainly does feel like we're on a theme. George. Yeah, he's trying to, I have a banner. It has the Flower of Life and Metatron's Cube and that kind of thing up there. And he thought he was going to play with it. No. All right, so here's the first card. First card is Direction Guardian. Direction Guardian. I'll pull it back just a little bit. There's a lot going on in this picture, don't you think? It says, choose your path. Choose your path. Huh. And I tell you what, my friend certainly that's what she was talking about. But I also realized that in a lot of the card draws that we've done lately, that kind of is along that same theme, is when we're talking about our heart's desire and bringing it into the physical world, manifesting it. And sometimes, we hardly ever talk about it out loud, right? Yeah. And so she and I talked about that quite a bit this morning, heart's desire. And with this card, look at this. Now, this is not really Native American based, but it holds the same kind of energy as the medicine wheel in depicting the 4 directions and power animals that hold those directions, the essence of those directions, right? Yeah. George, no. Come and lay down by me here, okay? Good boy. Come and lay down here. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. All right, so taking a look at that, and right in the middle of that is it looks like a mandala, doesn't it? It's more than a compass, I think. More than a compass. Good boy. Lay down. And of course, you have the eagle right there in front and center, and a lion, right? Yeah. Very nice. You know, how many of you in the chat have ever said to yourself, or maybe even out loud, you know, that it feels like there should be more. There should be something else. I feel like something else I'm supposed to be doing, or something more. There's more to my life than just going to bed, getting up, going to work, you know, or the mundane stuff that happens all the time, the dishes, the laundry, that kind of stuff. Of course, you know, we have to do that. We have to pay the bills. You know, but there's that feeling of there's something more. And I'm going to say this out loud, is that I really do believe that is our heart's desire, our spiritual team, you know, giving us that nudge, right? And saying, we have something here that's more if you allow it to come in. Sometimes we don't allow it to come in for one reason or another, whether it is, sorry, crinkling a bag here, whether it's because of fear of letting go of something, you know. Sometimes it's fear of putting yourself out there in a public way. Maybe it's your belief in spirit, or maybe it's the gift that you want to use is doing card readings for people to help them along their path. But maybe it's not exactly, you haven't shared that maybe with friends or family that this is something that you like to do, right? Yeah, I think that we've all had an experience of that, of one kind or another. I certainly have. Yeah, and Julie is saying yes 1,000 times yes. There is I think a reason why we have that yearning, right? That yearning. My friend was talking about, she felt like she was at a crossroad, and she said, the crossroad, I can't even really tell you that I can identify the paths. All I know, I feel like I'm standing in the center, and I want to go in a certain direction, but something holds me back. I've taken classes, all kinds of classes. She named so many: essential oils, Akashic records, chakras, nutritional classes. There was a lot. She even studied with me, feng shui, and she says, you know, and I get so close, like I'm ready to take that step, and then I drop everything. It's like I stop, and I don't move forward. And she said, you know, and I've been sitting with this for a really long time, and I thought I wanted to talk to somebody about it, but I wasn't sure who could I talk to about with this that won't think that I'm less than or judge me for it. And she said, and I saw your name pop up on Facebook. And she said, and I knew that I needed to call you. And so that we just sat and talked. Jackie's saying, yes, something missing. George, if George doesn't quiet down, George is going to go sit in the car. Uh-huh. Yeah. He always has to get the last word in. Yeah. George, lay down. Down. Okay. We're going to give him a little bit, and if he doesn't settle down, I'll need to take a couple of minutes and walk him out to the car. Okay. You know what the problem is? He didn't have enough playtime this morning, so he's got all this energy. Yeah. Okay. So my friend was saying that you know, that something, she feels like something stops her, right? And this is where I started getting the feeling like this is where the cards have been leading us all this time. This is the first card. All right. if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take just a minute or two and I'm going to walk him out to the car. I don't want to end the live stream because then I have to restart it. So go get a glass of water, a cup of tea, and I'll meet you back here in about 2 minutes, okay? Maybe 3. See, look at this little boy. It's a handful. He makes me laugh, though. All right. He's going to go take a nap in the car. I'll be right back. Okay, George. Come on, Georgie. Come on, Georgie. Come here, Georgie. Oh, that's a good boy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Georgie. Wait, you gotta open the door. Okay, there we go. There we go. Come on, George. Up we go. Okay, take a nappy. All right, sorry about that. He's used to napping out in the car. He'll settle down. All right, so let's see. I think we left off with Jackie saying, yes, something missing. And Cindy saying, Sophie has to have the last word. I know, what is that, right? Yeah, well, he's having the last word out in the car right now. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for posting that. Thank you. All right, so I would like to share with you about what Kyle Gray, who is the author of the cards, right? What he has to say about the direction guardian. It's very interesting. If I can get to it. Here we are. It says, choose your path. The message is connect with your deepest desire. Then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. And when I read that this morning, I thought, okay, we've been here before. We've talked about this before. So what is this about that we need to take another deeper look at it, right? To feel it deeper. And then my friend showed up. And I was listening to what she had to say, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is basically what this card is about. We also had another card that said something like, on the other side of your fear is your desire, is what you really, really want, basically. And so we talked about fear. And if we can name our deepest heart's desire, even if it's just to ourselves, that is a huge step, because most of us don't even talk about it, right? We don't normally share it with other people. Why? Because sometimes I think that we value their opinion too much, or we think that they're going to there'll be maybe some ridicule attached to it, or condensation. Don't want somebody else to pop that bubble, and so we don't normally mention our heart's desire to someone else. And if we face that fear, whatever it is, we have to name it. Name the fear. What is your greatest fear? And we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to get past the ego, and be honest with ourselves. What is your greatest fear? Because on the other side of that greatest fear is your greatest desire. Yeah. And so, and yeah, I have to walk the talk, right? And so I did the same thing. I said, okay, what's my greatest fear? And I had to admit that my greatest fear was not completing, coming to a completion. Um, and and it goes all the way through different parts of your life. We get um, facets of the same thing all the way through. So there's a commonality, right? Um, because when I look at those things that have that have bring the most emotions about stuff, um, like around my mom, is not being able to complete what I promised that I was going to do. And that was, she has such a fear of nursing homes for good reason, but she has a fear of nursing homes. And so I made a promise to her that, as long as I can possibly do it, that she would be with me. And there's times when it goes, I go, oh my God, if I could only go, if I could only do this, if I could only do that. And then I stop because of the fear of not being able to complete what I promised. So that, in itself is, there's a lot of other things attached to that too, of course. But that's one of them. And I had to look at where else in my life does that thread continue? Do I see it or feel it in another way, another facet of it? And when I look at Star Nations, it's the same thing. It's like, because I promised. And so I want to see it to completion. I promised that I was going to use my gifts as near to 100% or at 100% as possible, and using Star Nations as the vehicle so that I could be of service to those light workers, those energy workers who are willing and wanting to step out onto the world stage to amplify their voices so that they can reach more and more souls who are searching for assistance in their soul growth, right? Yeah. So, got to do the work. Got to do the work. Um, I don't know. My suggestion is that we take what Kyle has written here is connect with your deepest desires, then choose a path that make your heart and soul sing. So when we choose that path, and it's a heart decision, a soul decision, we're allowing our soul to lead, right? That in order to do that, we have to do some healing. We have to go to the root of whatever that fear is, and so that we can release it, heal it, whatever it is that we have to do, right? And and I think that we have to do it in all four bodies: the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual bodies in order for it to be complete. Yeah. As you can tell, I had quite an introspective morning as I was working with my friend. Um, Kyle goes on to say that the Direction Guardian card represents the angels of the directions. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at a crossroad and don't know which way to go. When we are unsure of what is right for us or of the bigger picture, they can help us know what is best for all involved. The Direction Guardian card refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet Ezekiel, who is said to have seen an angel with four different faces. One was a child, a cherub, one was a bull, one was a lion, and one was an eagle. These four faces show that angels can appear in many guises and guide us in many different directions, but always for our highest good. So when we tap into, when we ask our spiritual team, our angels on our spiritual team, to assist us in making this decision at the crossroad. So if we feel like something's missing in our lives, if we feel like there should be something more, but we can't put our finger on what is the more, you know, uh, if you're the rest of your life usually, is it's pretty good, you've been blessed with maybe, a loving family, a good job, if not a great job. Um, maybe you've been blessed with a nice home, so you have a good life, and yet here you're sitting feeling like there's should be something else. There's something more. And even with that, don't you feel some people might even feel a little guilty about that? It's like I have so much and yet I want more. What is that? Why do I have these feelings about that? Hey, Rochelle's here. She's saying hi to everybody. Well, good. I'm glad the nurse came to you. So you have that done. Yeah. So we can call on our spiritual team to help us to identify what is the more. What is this feeling that I have that there's something else, that I'm missing something else? Yeah. Yeah. To help us identify it. Because, the thing is that we already know what it is. We already know. It's our mental mind that needs to have the more of the information, what to call it, um, to do the analysis on it, to identify it. And that's okay. That's okay. We need our mental mind. We were given, it's a gift. It's when gets out of balance that's the problem, becomes an issue, right? Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay to ask for what is that? What is it that I'm searching for, that I'm reaching for, but I don't know what it is? I'm standing here in the middle of the crossroads and I don't even know which, can't even see the path. And you can ask. You can ask. I have. I have. That's how I got to Star Nations. Um, I had a show on an internet radio. It was called Soul's Journey, and it was good. When I first got there, it taught me a lot about internet radio. I've been on radio of one kind or another since I was in high school, so it wasn't, completely foreign. But yeah, and it was good for a few years. And then things started to change and customer service got really spotty or less than spotty. And so, Spirit was really giving me signs that something had to change. And I remember I was on my elliptical working out, and I was doing connecting with Grandmother Earth and with the goddess energy, and um, I used to do to fill me up, and so that I may speak with love in my voice, to see um, the beauty through my eyes, through my third eye, to recognize my intuition and the love that comes through there, and that sort of thing. And I was just saying out loud, how am I supposed to do this? I feel like there's something that I have to be doing that's more than what I'm doing with Soul's Journey. And how do I reach more people, or do I reach more people, or do I get, do I just check all of this and go back and work for the state of Wisconsin, um, and so I was at the crossroads, and I was invited to participate in a winter solstice ceremony over in Michigan. So I went there in December, drove there, and participated in this really cool ceremony. But that is where Star Nations was conceived. There, I knew that there was something more. I just didn't know what it was, and so I asked. And I said, "And please make it as clear as possible." So I have my doubt level, it will be zero, um, and so that's how that happened. I was asking. I was researching. I was even doing research on internet radio stuff, because If the owner of Soul's Journey could do it, why can't I? Right? Yeah. Okay. So Kimberly, oops, sorry, Kimberly is saying we need to identify. Yes, we do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rochelle is talking about her shoulder. Yeah. Pain, tired, grateful. I have exactly. It's going to be so much better in a few months. Just have to hang in there. Easy for me to say, right? Kimberly is saying that does resonate. Good. Thank you. Yeah. So, it's we've talked about our soul's desire. We've talked about using our gifts and that sort of thing. But today, I really believe that spirit is asking us to go deeper. Yeah. It's more than just naming what your heart's desire is. What's stopping you? Is there a fear there? Facing that fear, your greatest fear, because on the other side of that greatest fear is your greatest desire. Yeah, and it takes courage to do this. But if we didn't have what it takes to do it, we wouldn't have gotten this card. It wouldn't have come to us in the way that it has. The creator gives us the opportunities that we're ready for, even though we feel like we're not, that maybe it's a stretch, and it's uncomfortable and sometimes downright painful. The pain comes in when we resist, by the way. And I only know that one by personal experience. Yeah. So what is your greatest fear? You don't have to put it in the comments unless you want to. It's more important that you identify it for yourself. There's power in that, isn't there? When you can identify it for yourself, it's taking your power back if you've given it away. It's about reclaiming it, your power. It's standing up to whatever that fear is and knowing that you're not alone. You're not alone. Julie says that's where I'm at, and I think I need to ask the direct question. Ask the direct question. Yeah. Even in this moment, right? In this moment, we could do something to help each other. What we can do is do that question. Okay. And we're going to get grounded. Be grounded when we do this. Be grounded when we do this. So let's do that. Let's put your feet on the floor if you're sitting, right? You can even stand if you want to do this. We're just going to take a big deep breath in. Hold it just for a second at the top of it and really blow it out. And we're going to do that again. All right. Big deep breath in, really filling up your lungs. Holding it for a second and then blowing it out. Good. Good. And just breathing easy and naturally. And just bringing an image to you of Grandmother Earth, an image of a place in nature or one of her children. Maybe it's your grandchild, or maybe it's a pet, something that you just love. Could be anything. Could be a place in nature that you just love. Could be even your own backyard. It's just bringing that image to you and feeling the feelings about that. How much you love this beautiful place or this child or this pet. And just feel it. Good. And now bring an image of a night sky to you. The stars, a full moon. And just whatever about the night, the sky that you just love. Could be the sun. Just the feeling about it. Good. Good, good. Okay. And now just take a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, imagine sending down into Grandmother Earth your roots, the roots. Imagine feeling the energy from your crown chakra flowing down to the third eye, down to your throat chakra. Just feeling it's just naturally flowing down through your chakras, down through your throat, down through your heart. Feeling that flow of energy down through your solar plexus, down through the sacral, down through your root chakra. And then feeling that energy flowing down both legs, rooting you to Grandmother Earth. Feeling those roots, that energy going deep into her soil, into her body. Grounding you. Good. You may even sense, feel, or see Grandmother's energy, her love surrounding you, coming to you, being with you, like a hug. Okay. And just turning your attention to your heart chakra. And calling to your team, your spiritual team, your entire team to come close, to be with you, to sense them being with you. And ask the question, ask them for help to show you with clarity. What is my greatest desire that blocks my greatest what is my greatest fear? What is my greatest fear that blocks my greatest desire? Okay, just asking them for help. You may hear something immediately. It may be take some time. It's okay. It's all in divine timing. And asking them to make it clear so you have zero doubt. And then you can thank them. Just take a nice, easy, deep breath in. And as you exhale, just coming back to their present moment. Our present moment. And if you can let me know that you're back, that would be great. Just checking on you guys to make sure that you're all back. If you feel a little floaty, you shouldn't because you're grounded, but in case of that you do, just kind of stretch and wiggle your fingers, and you can stomp your feet or tap your body just to come all the way back in. Okay. Yeah. And so it could, some of you may have received a reply, a sense of it, see it, sense it, feel it, or it could take a little time, and that's all right. No reason to put more stress on yourself. No, it'll come when the divine timing is right for you. Oh, good. Thank you, Rochelle. She says, feel calm. That's right. That's that certainly is an acknowledgement, a validation that you're grounded is when you feel calm. Yeah. Thank you, Kimberly, for letting me know back. And thank you. Good. And so, just be aware, watch, be aware of your environment and the messages that might be coming to you. It could be in synchronicities, it could be in numbers, it could be in dreams. It could come to you in just about in any direction, anyway. And when it does come, my suggestion is to write it down. Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. And thank you, Julie. Thanks for letting me know. And I think because we did it together, there's this energy or the synergy of it, right? And so it's just kind of amplifies it, is what I'm trying to say. It amplifies it. Now, it's up to you if you want to share your information with anybody. You don't have to, in order for it to come to you and to start working with it, to either find a way to release it or to heal it. Okay. Yeah. And if you get stuck even with the healing part, ask your spiritual team. Say, how am I supposed to release this or to heal it? Show me what's my next best step. And if you're looking for a healer, is to actually ask them, please bring me the optimal, the highest vibration healer to help me. Okay. So that's the direction, guardian. All right. All right, so this is the rest of what Kyle's saying. He says, your path isn't set in stone, and your angels and guides have no expectations for you, nor should you have any for yourself. There are many directions you can take. None of them are wrong, as they will hold perfect opportunities to grow and to learn. But life is to be enjoyed and savored. So if you know that there's a decision to be made, and particularly if you are feeling indecisive, choose the path that you know is going to make you light up. And choose with your heart. And choose with your heart. I like that. To choose with your heart. All right, so here's the second card. Okay, it's the protection guardian. Now, she has a lot going on too. I love the colors in this. Protection guardian. It says, drop your shields. Drop your shields. And in this particular situation, when we're working on our heart's desire, facing our greatest fears, and Spirit is telling us to drop our shields. So when I read that, I said, really? Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. And basically, this particular guardian kind of she's a warrior, right? She's the female aspect of Archangel Michael. Very nurturing, very loving. The female aspect, very protective. And that basically we have her essence on our team. And And we can ask for that protection to surround us so that we don't have to do the heavy lifting, okay? Because we have the ability and the opportunity to be able to relax into this and not have to be hyper vigilant, right? That we have the help from our spiritual team, from the essence of the protection guardian, that they are providing the protection, that we don't have to use our energy to do that. Our energy is going to go in the direction of doing the work to do the release, the identifying, the releasing, and the healing. Her name is Protection Guardian. Cindy is asking, what's her name again? It's the Protection Guardian. Whoops, you're gonna be able to see that. There we go. Protection Guardian. She's the female aspect of Archangel Michael. Yeah. Yeah, see what's in her palm of her hand? Can you see that? It's a crystal, it looks like. And it's in her right hand. Yeah, very interesting. And the peacock feathers on her headdress. Yeah, and the peacock feathers, they are associated with Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin. She goes, what does that mean? Yeah. Cindy says, or just call on the protection guardian. Yep, you can just call on the protection guardian. We all have her essence because it is Archangel Michael's female side, right? That we already have that essence on our team. And so if you just call to the protection guardian, our guides they're going to know what we're asking for. Protection guardian. Yeah. All right, let's see. I want to see what Kyle, I know that I can't. Here. It says drop your shields. The message is drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or your gifts that you have. You were born to shine. Okay. So when we are hiding ourselves, dimming our light, a lot of times we do that out of fear, right? And so when we have the protection guardian, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. The protection is already there. Julie saying, I understand about dropping your shields. For me, my shields keep me blocked, and I need to drop them so I can move forward on my path and free my voice. Yes. I believe so, Julie. It feels, yeah, where I felt that was in my solar plexus. So it's about your power, right? Yeah. Good one. Good one, Julie. Uh-huh. And Bobby is saying, thank you for her protection today. Yes. Yes. Cindy is saying, so Archangel Michael is the protection guardian? Yes, he is. He that's one of the many things that he does is protection. A lot of people call on Archangel Michael. That's one of their go-to people, go-to archangels, right? Archangel Michael, especially when you have fear, when you're afraid of something, is to call on Archangel Michael to come and to protect. Yeah, it's his sword. His sword. Yeah. Okay. I think I got that. I'm really saying, yes, exactly. I need to do the same. Yeah, there's no there's no mistake why there's a certain combination of us here today, right? It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all. All right, so it says that the protection guardian is the female version of Archangel Michael. She is a fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries the indestructible shield of power and protection and will come to all who call upon her. She will help you drop your fear based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe, but will allow your gifts to shine out. Although she is here to guard you from lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. Trust that love will always prevail. And so, with that, what my feeling was when I first read that was the protection field that she places around us is based in love. And so we're protected by love, you know, and love is one of the highest vibrations in the universe. Yeah. The only thing that is above love is joy. Yeah. Okay. And Cindy is saying, do you remember what I told you what I was doing to take back my power? Yes, I do. Hmm. This is my, what's an XROA? I think that was a typo, but could you could you kind of tell me a little bit more there, Cindy? Okay. Um, yeah, but I do remember what you have shared with me. And so because if you ask her to come in to protect you, that that is the creator energy in that protection, right? And so it frees up our personal energy to do the work that we have to do to identify the fear, release the fear, heal what needs to be healed around that, right? And it still can be fun. We can identify, ask your team to help you identify which of your gifts does this involve, and so that you can start remembering the use of that gift. Yeah. It sounds like we have homework to do, doesn't it? It says that you may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that the angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. And whenever I see or read the word fearless, my mind and my heart goes to it is an abundance amount of love. That's what it means to be fearless. Is that you have so much love, there's nothing to fear. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so that you can feel safe and protected at this time. You're stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. So basically, we've got the mots. We've got it. We just have to remember that we've got it. And we ask for help. We're asking our team to help us. Rochelle, looking back through my life, I've been protected big time. I agree. I agree. We're never alone. It's really about us asking for help. And we just had that card. Was it yesterday or the day before? Is that you're not meant to do things all by yourself. There's no reason to ask for help. Remember, I said, "That's me. I got to do that." And I think it was Anne. Anne said, "Yeah, you're getting so good at that." And I said, "I know. It's because I am. I'm asking for help." And look what happened. Look what happened. I asked for help, and 2 days later, Spirit brought me Stephanie, and here she was, right in front of me the entire time, and she gets to be our social media manager, right? Ask for help. All right, so I think we have our message here is that feeling that there's something missing or something more, identifying our greatest desires means that when we identify our greatest fear, face that, release it, heal, there's our greatest desire that we can step forward into to move forward. And we've got protection to do it. Spirit's got our back. What is that? I'm trying to remember. Is that got your six? I think that's the got your six. In other words, they've got your back. Anybody have a police officer in their in their lives that knows the codes? Yeah, this is what I'm getting, and it came in spades because of my client, my friend that showed up this today, and we had the appointment. I really didn't know what she wanted to talk to me about, but she really needed to see me, and so when she started talking about it, in fact, I didn't even really share the card with her because we didn't have a whole lot of time, and I'm going to share this link of this video this with her, and so that she can see what the cards are all about today because she was the one who validated that draw. Mhm. Yeah. Let's see. Cindy, yep, I did that one, and okay. So Cindy says I always have my shields up. Pretty much, yep. There's many different ways for protection. There's a lot of different methods and techniques, and most of them last about 12 hours. It really depends on what you ingest, what you take in, that could weaken them. Okay, and it could be anything from the quality of your food to uh, alcohol or drug abuse. A friend of mine said that because he sees the energy field, right, and he said I can always tell when people aren't taking care of themselves because their protective shield looks like Swiss cheese, and so it becomes weakened. And so that lasts every 12 hours. You need to reinforce it. Say it again. Do it again every 12 hours. There are a couple that last longer, 24 to 48 hours, and some that are permanent. And so, yeah. Rochelle, you are a good, kind human, Neshi. I try to be. Yes, I am. I do. I give it my best shot. Yeah, but I'm learning too. I'm learning too, Rochelle. There's about boundaries, and I'm learning about when to say no. Because I want to be of service and helpful as best I can. But there's only so many hours in the day, right? And so I do the best I can, and sometimes when I say no, some people don't like it, especially when they're used to me saying yes, and I say no, and yeah. But there's a lesson in that too, and so we try to talk about it. I have a good friend, one of our sisters. She calls those prickly moments, prickly times. But you have to talk about the prickly things in order to make that adjustment or to learn whatever lesson that's about, right? Yeah. So, somebody's saying, good for you. Yeah, I really do. I try. All right, we're at the top of the hour. Um, you know, please, embrace, pick it up, embrace whatever resonated with you in our conversation today, um, about the direction guardian and the protection guardian. Whatever resonated with you, embrace it and notice how the energy unfolds around you today and what part of it is useful of the information to you. And if it didn't resonate with you, don't worry. It's okay. It wasn't for you. You don't have to do anything with it. Um, there's a possibility you're the messenger, right? You might know somebody who's been looking for the information or enjoys this kind of conversation, and you can just share the link with them and be on your merry way, right? Yeah, be the messenger. So, yeah, here, Kimberly's got something we want to make sure. I understand that. However, it's good to learn this with kindness. Yes, it is. It is. To be as kind as possible, right? Yeah. Doesn't mean you're a doormat. It just means that the message you deliver it as kindly as you can. Um, yeah. So, Star Nations, what do we got coming up next week for shows? Let's see. I got to look at a calendar. Look at the calendar. I'm so immersed in the magazine that I lose track of um, which days are happening here. And so we want to go to the month. Okay, here we go. Today's the 5th. So what we have coming up for shows on Tuesday the 11th, we have From Star to Stone with Mervyn Kelly, and that is at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I believe he's continuing his discussion about crystals, if I remember right. And then we have Polly Joe LeBay's show, Chakra Sessions, at noon Eastern Time. And then we have the card draw live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then we have Communications from Home, my weekly show, on at 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so this coming Tuesday is going to be jam-packed with shows for you guys. And then on Wednesday, the 12th, is Soul Connections with Polly Joe Bay, and that's on at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Yeah. And the 13th, which is Thursday, the second Thursday, what I do is a free mini class at the Star Nations Academy closed group. And I thought we were going to continue something, and I don't remember what that was now. Oh, I know what it was. Dowsing and using your pendulum or rods to clear lower vibrational energy. So that's what we're going to be talking about. You guys are more than welcome to come join us there. If you're not a member of the closed group, just go and either PM me and ask me or ask to join, and we'll get you in. Okay. All right. So that's Thursday, December 13th, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is that free mini class. So that's next week. Got lots coming going on. And the 10th, I got to cover the 10th, is we publish the magazine. The December issue gets published on December 10th. So that's coming up pretty darn quick. And tomorrow, Thursday, December 6th, you guys have to come back and join me. Why? Because it's my birthday tomorrow. It's my birthday. So it'd be nice to spend my birthday with you guys. All right. So come back and join me tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do the card draw information. All right. Now, please enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your Wednesday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bama Mina, Potawatomi 4, until we see each other again. Love you guys.